There it goes. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. This is my first live stream doing Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so hopefully this is working correctly. It's pretty tricky to set up. Huge thank you to Matt over at Dragstrip Farm for helping me set this all up. Go check his page out on Instagram and Twitch. And if you guys could do me a huge favor and follow me on Twitch, I put a link down in the description. I'm trying to get to 50 followers. You have to hit these achievements so you can do more stuff with your page. And so my page is twitch.tv/Nature's Always Right. And I'm shooting through this special app called Restream, and so I'm hoping it's all working correctly. It looks like it's running, so I guess if I see a comment, then I will know for sure. If you're watching, could you please comment so I know that this is working? But today, what we're going to do is, it's raining. I was going to go to my other plot and remake some beds over there, but I don't want to deal with the rain right now, and I got to plant some seeds. So I need to do microgreens. I want to do some more paper pot flats, and then I also want to do some more of my Winstrips. So here's an example. This is what a paper pot flat looks like. This is for green onion. And a paper pot transplanter, if you haven't seen it before, is just an amazing way to transplant. You can transplant 300 heads of lettuce in like 10 minutes. This is my Winstrip plug tray. And then microgreens I'll show you guys later. So, well, I think it's working, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so the next step here is we're going to set up the paper pot flat. Here's the paper plot. This is kind of like a little tray that you use. It comes all this, which is Curtis Stone and Diego Footer's company. So I'm going to start with some lettuce, which is this paper pot chain, and it opens up like that. So what we're going to do, you should have a video about this on my YouTube channel, but I'm starting to... Okay, so I'm not the best at this yet. Here we go. I get the paper chain stretched out onto the mold. Then there's special paper pot flats. These are amazing. These are really great for your micro. They're really and you flip it upside down. Well, just like that. Okay, and I'm just gonna go double check that this is fully working, and I'm gonna go to my YouTube. Yep, I'm pretty sure I'm live. Yep, I am live. Okay, sorry for making you wait. Cool. Yeah, I'm just not seeing any chats come through. If you guys could chat, I saw 11 people were watching. Could someone just type something so I can see other any of your chats? But I know I am streaming, so I'm just going to keep going. All right. So you gotta. I make my seedling mixes, but this is. So you're just going to spread out the soil here. Okay. 10 flats or so. So once the soil's in here, this mold will you don't really need the mold anymore. So take this out. That's done. Plate here, and that's going to poke all the holes automatically for me. And then I have a little drop seeder. This is all from paperpot.co. So I'll just get this wet real quick. I wonder how I get the chat to work through this thing. Idea. Here, but it showing on stream. Sorry if you guys are trying to chat to me, I just can't figure it out. Huh. That's annoying. Okay. So what I'm going to seed right now, or what I just did, the chain was for lettuce. And I'm going to do some red sail. What else am I doing? And then some salad bowl. I got to switch over to my match this up correctly. The dibble plate's new for me too, so I'm still getting used to all that. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good right there. Cool. There it goes. Alright. So what that just did is use my drop seeder. So this is a drop seeder. You put all your seed on top, and it falls in these smaller holes. It contains the seed. Then when you push this, it falls into the big holes and drops your seed in. Okay, so let me grab my seed. Alright, I'm just going to do two varieties. Do the red sail and the salad bowl green. Whatever seed I have left, I'll just throw into my salad mix bag that I used for seeding my direct seeded salad mix. So, let's try to show you guys. Just don't want to get this wet. So what you do is, you just dump out some of the seed. Did I do this correctly? There, that's where I want it. Okay. So let's dump out a little bit there. I'll do some of my greens. I only one for normal. Oh, sweet. I see your comment. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. I don't see anybody else's comments, but I'm glad I see yours. Yeah, normally you would want to seed flats separately. So you do a flat of green lettuce and a flat of red lettuce and separate flats, but I only need one per bed, and I can't sell enough lettuce, so I'm going to mix it together actually. So that'll be interesting to see in the drop seeder. So then you take the drop seeder and you shake it, and all the seeds fall in those little holes. And then you can kind of take a look. Yeah, it looks good. And it's better to use a pelleted seed for this, but I don't have any. But you can kind of probably see the the seedlings are in there. Oh, interesting. I only get the Twitch comments. Okay. Well. Okay, so yeah, if you guys aren't following me on Twitch yet, go to the link down in my YouTube description, and then you could comment at me through Twitch. Okay, so now I'm just going to line up the large holes. And I could have done this paper chain a little bit here. I'm going to push this, and then the seeds fall in. These are brown seeds, so they're a little bit harder to see. Just gonna check, see if there's any spots I kind of missed. I didn't line up the holes exactly perfectly. But that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now the last step, I just got to cover these and I'm done. Pretty easy, huh? So yeah, this is the paper pot transplanting equipment. This is all from paperpot.co. My seeds I get from Mountain Valley Organic or trueleafmarket.com. I've got a link for you guys down in the description. It's a way that you could help support the channel. If you want to buy seeds, you could buy seeds through them. I actually get pretty much all of my seeds now through them, just because the prices and quality are good enough for me. The prices are very good, and the shipping's really good. They have a reward. They're great. Okay, and that's it. So we're all tucked in here. I'm gonna spray one more thing of water. And this tray can go over here. It's done. So now we're gonna do beets and green onion. Okay. Here we go. So the next things that we're going to do after I finish the paper pots, I'll show you guys microgreens. I'm going to start some microgreen seeds off. I need to soak some. I got behind. I should have done my microgreens yesterday. I don't know. I just forgot, I guess. Just doing direct right now, and I do those. The ones like that are like broccoli, kale, radish. You don't have to soak those seeds. So let's see if I can get this to work a little better here. So I'm wondering if that drop seeder will work better if I do this differently. Oh, it has to go like that. Huh. Don't know. Okay. And I will be streaming later. I'm gonna do another stream at 4 p.m. today. And that one's going to be planting out in the field. I'm going to be replacing my chard, some of my chard in my bed with some patty pan and zucchini squash. And then I'll be replanting a salad mix bed over here at the main plot. But follow me So I wish I could spread this more. Alright, so I just add soil. Hey Matt, if you're watching, is there any way to see the YouTube comments? Like, could I open up my YouTube account and then go look to see what people are saying? Because if I can't see the YouTube comments, then I don't know if it's even worth it to do it on Twitch through this program. Okay. Just gonna get the excess off. See, I'll have to ask Curtis about the chain and if I can get it to spread farther so I can get the dibbler to work a little better. It just doesn't line up 100% perfect. This one's better than my last one. Alright, so let's get it wet. And if you've ever seen Curtis do the paper pot, he's got like, he'll have like six, or not six. He's got like 6 of these molds, so he'll set up 6 trays at once. So it's more of a, you know, a bulk method of doing it, so it's more efficient. But I only have 1 set. So next, what are we gonna do here? Beets. And beets, I'm gonna do Detroit Dark Red and Chioggia. And Chioggia beets are cool. Yeah, you can do the paper pot by hand too. And I've planted these chains by hand as well, and it's a great way to save money. The Chioggia beet, it's like a candy cane on the inside. It's like striped pink and white. It's pretty cool. Not pink and white, but pink and purple. Okay. Ready. What did I do on the beets before? Was it 2 or 1? Oh, you know what? I gotta do 2 trays of the beets to do a full bed. Now I remember. So yeah, I gotta do 2 of these. Oh yeah, this one matched up really well actually. Nice. Much nicer. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. That's a better example. So check that out. That's what it's supposed to look like. Hey, what's up, Justin? I just saw your first video on YouTube, man. Good job. Okay. Let's see here. Where's my... So I want my beet seed. Okay. Make sure. Alright, it's all lined up. And I plant these beets together all the time, so I'm not really concerned about mixing these together later on in my baggie. Get it? These are taking a little bit longer to get in the holes. This is actually the second time I've used the drop seeder. I just got it recently. Huge thanks to Curtis. Huh. Now, these seeds are almost too big for these little holes. But they're basically all in there now. Okay. Okay, let's see how that worked. Oh, nice. Yeah, it worked pretty well. I can see a couple spots I didn't get a seed, so I'll just go do that by hand real quick. So maybe there's another, like a seed plate for that drop seeder that you can get for larger seed. Okay, and then I just gotta do one more beet, and then we're moving on to green onion, and then I'll do some microgreens for you guys, and then I'll finish up. I gotta do some Winstrip trays. And the reason I'm even doing this right now is because it's raining, actually, in San Diego. Wasn't supposed to, but hey, it's awesome to get some good moisture. Okay, I think I'm good now. One more. Two more. Okay. Done. And man, I've seeded these by hand before, and it's amazing to have that dibbler and that drop seeder. It's really the only way to go. Even on this smaller scale, like, man. Oops. Oh, I gotta get one more chain over here. Okay. So I got these chains. This is for beets. They're spaced every 4 inches. And I think there's something like, yeah, there's 264 cells per paper chain. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try to get this. I just did that in hopes that the chain wouldn't contract very much. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. Nice. Let's dump a little bit more seed. Okay, I gotta be more careful with the drop seeder because I had gotten a bunch of seeds stuck in here. I pulled it back too far, which left this little gap, and then some of the seed got stuck there. So I want to make sure I keep it underneath this little flap. There we go. Okay, let's try again. I should be doing this on my other table, but it was easier to film here. Oh well. Yoga. Okay, let's try this again. YouTube is distracting. What's up, Tater? Why is YouTube distracting? All the comments? Okay, pretty good. I did better job that time. I got most of them are in a slot now. It's just tricky. The Chiyoga seeds are a little bit smaller. So I think they're falling in better. Okay. Boom. Yeah, then I'm going to put all the seeds down to the bottom. I'm still figuring this thing out. And I'm lining up the bigger holes over the smaller ones. I'm lining up the big holes over the chain holes. Pretty good. Hit it. Boom. But not all of them go through. Just fill in any spots that got missed. If you just tuned in on YouTube, could you please go follow me on Twitch? I'm trying to get up to 50 followers on there so I can upgrade my account. And I got a little link in the description for you guys. It's twitch.tv/Nature's Always Right. Thank you guys for watching and following. Hopefully you'll learn something or by watching the stream. And I will be streaming later at 4 p.m. I'm going to be taking out some bolting chard, replacing it with some summer squash, and be replanting some salad mix, show you how I take out a crop, replace it, direct seed it. Maybe I'll come up with something else as well, we'll see. I've got a fresh batch of compost tea brewing. I'm going to spray that out tonight. Oh, my compost. I'm so stoked. I got a compost pile to go to 160. And I did it 160 without any bokashi. That was just my chicken manure and veggies. I threw up a little Instagram story about it. But I haven't never done that before with just a pile of veggies and chicken manure. Okay. Did we get them all? The last two trays are going to be real easy because they're green onion, and those are super quick. And then I'm going to tell you guys about an interplanting idea that I have with the paper pot transplanter, which I think is really going to work well with. And I'm going to use green onion, radish, and lettuce in one bed, basically. So I'll tell you guys that in a second. Couple more. Annoying. Okay. We are good, I think. Okay, good. My soil mix here, this is peat moss, compost, and vermiculite mixed in a specific ratio. I've got a video called like the perfect seedling mix or something like that on YouTube if you want to learn how to make it. But I use this same mix for soil blocks or plug trays, these paper pots. It works really good for all of it. And it's basically 1 part compost, 1 part peat or coco coir, and a half a part of vermiculite, or you could use perlite too. Okay. Where did I put? Oh yeah. Okay, so these ones are for green onion. These are every 2 inches. So my idea for the interplanting technique. So what I'll do is when I do my lettuce paper pots, I'll take those out and I'll do 3 rows of lettuce in a 30-inch bed, space them as wide as possible. Then down the center, in between those 3 rows, there's 2 little pathways. You know, if you have 3 rows, there'd be 2 long spaces, and I could fit in 2 rows of green onion there. Now when I pull out the lettuce, harvest that, what I'll do is replace that with direct seeded radishes. And since green onions are about a 60 to 70 day crop, lettuce is about a 30-day, radishes are about 25 to 30 day, they'll all end up finishing around the same time, and I'll get 3 crops out of 1 bed in about 70 days. So that's my idea. Yeah, Matt, the paper pot's so cool. It is a gigantic time and labor saver, and you know, I think if you don't want to do the full investment and get the big machine and everything, you can just start without the machine and do it by hand, and that still would save you time. So if you're, you know, if you're a 1/4 acre of beds or larger, I feel like it would be pretty justified to get it. Especially if you're selling $3 or $4 head lettuce, you know, you're selling stuff at max price. You could pay for it fairly quickly. Okay, so now we're doing green onion. Okay. Yeah, it does condense a little bit when I do that. I am going to get it wet again like this. Let's try it again. Let's see, I wanted to do some Winstrip trays at the end of this, just a few of them. Hopefully I'll have enough soil so I don't have to go out into the rain. It's just like a light mist right now, but it's enough to be annoying. Oh, that's really smart, Tater. Yeah, I could have another little device. Yeah, I wish, yeah, you know, this is my first time doing this, guys, so cut me a little slack, but I will get it more dialed in here as I get better at it. The problem is, I'm doing all this on my 4G on my phone, so I don't really have Wi-Fi out in the field. So I'll figure it out. There's got to be a way to import the chat through Restream, but maybe there's not. Or I'm wondering if I can just pull up YouTube right now and look at the comments and respond, but we'll see. I'll mess with that when I finish these steps here. Live streaming is a whole new thing for me. I've only done it a few times on YouTube, and I'm only doing this thanks to Matt over at Dragstrip. You guys should check out his YouTube page and his Instagram and his Twitch. He's Dragstrip Farm. Disaster. Okay, so now we're doing the Okay, now we can do the much easier green onion. And for green onion, where are you at? I'm doing Tokyo Long White for my bunching green onions. They're a little bit more heat tolerant. I get pretty much all of my seeds, even my microgreens now. I'm getting them from True Leaf Market. I got a link in the description if you guys want to check them out. And it helps out the channel if you buy through them. Okay. Yeah, if anybody is commenting on YouTube, I can't see your comments right now. Okay. Looks good. Boop. I love this thing. It's so cool. Okay. That was perfect. I don't have to fix anything. And I did all that with the plate. I forgot to take the plate off. Works fine. Okay. One more spray. Alright, one more paper pot tray. And then we can move on to a different thing. Uh-oh. Isn't this cool? Looks like an accordion or something. Am I doing this right? Oh. This way. I've got my backup battery working correctly on this stream. I found out my cable was bad on my other battery cable, so this stream is not going to die. I've got 100% battery. Alright, it's working well. Cool. It's a whole different learning curve for streaming versus just making videos. Okay. Hold on, I gotta fix this mess. Okay. Dibble time. Yeah, I feel like it matches up better when I leave this metal tray in there. It just does. Okay. Starting to get a little faster now. Did I? Okay, good. I need a little bit more seed. Okay. Looks like we're good. Ah! I just shook it and it... Gosh darn it. Oops, mistake. There. Got to make sure to kind of hold this so it doesn't slide around. I kind of dropped some of the seed, it looks like. Yep. Darn it. Oops. Well, got to make mistakes to learn, right? Okay. There we go. Excellent. Forgot to take that out again. No, that's good, it doesn't matter. Alright. Cool, that's paper pots done. Okay, time to do some micros now. Let me just clean this up a little bit. I did do two of those, right? Two, 1. Yep. Alright, I can clean this up later. So let's get the microgreen trays ready. We're going to do the dry seed first since we're already outside. I've got all my wet seed stuff inside right now. And we'll do some Winstrips last. So right now I'm just using these. I think I got these from Johnny's a long time ago. They're all right. BootstrapFarmer.com has some stronger ones, and then I always use the ones that have drainage for microgreens. For stacking, I like to have one that doesn't have holes, so that you can put it on the top and the microgreens don't shoot through the little holes. The paper pot flats are really good though. They're slightly bigger and they're really strong. These are, they're gonna break after so many uses. So for my microgreens, I'll just show you guys. DL Wholesale makes a double thick tray. That sounds awesome. I like the indestructible ones. Here's some of my, this is the microgreens for this week's market. So I've got beet, pea, sunflower. On the bottom here, this is half radish and kale, and this is broccoli. And basically for market, I just do a microgreen mix, and then I sell sunflower shoots on the side. I'm not selling the restaurants or anything like that. I just don't have the time to go large scale with my microgreen operation because of all the content creation I do and stuff. But this is perfect for the market. I can sell like 25, 30 bags of microgreens. So it's been a really nice extra boost to my revenue every week. I don't know, I'm making another $400 or $500 a month in revenue, not net profit, right? But so microgreens are amazing. I love eating them too. They're awesome. So what we're gonna do right now is the dry seed. So we'll do broccoli, and we're gonna do a half kale and a half radish. And I don't do a full tray of radish because I found that in my mix, I mix all of this together. So it's 5 trays for my mix. I do sunflower, pea, beet, and these two down here together for the mix. And if I do a full tray of radish, I just found it was a little too spicy and not everybody can handle that, whereas just a half was enough to make everybody happy. So since I'm pretty small scale with this, I'm still doing it. I could do it more efficiently, right? But so for my soil mixes, my mix for this, I'm just using the Sunshine Grow Mix. I think it's number 4. So it's got that fine perlite in there. That's what it looks like. It's really good. Everything grows perfectly in it. I've tried growing on those mats, like the hemp mats or whatever. Yeah, that would be cool, Matt. I should totally do that. Yeah, I should live stream from the market. That's what he said over on Twitch. But yeah, I've tried growing on like the hemp mats or those fabric mats. I don't know. I didn't get very good germination. I didn't like them, so I stopped using them. Like, I don't know. But I've seen other people have really good success with the mats. So I'm really big into growing in real soil at all times. No matter what you're growing. So that's just me though. But I'm really into the relationship between soil biology and the plant itself. Because that is how nature is designed. Sorry, I'm just breaking up these little chunks here. Okay. And then I still need to make a bigger board that fits over the top of this whole thing. I'm just not doing enough trays where I feel like I'm super slow at it, but so this is a really important step. You need to compact the soil. This is going to help for your germination. It's going to help when you're spreading your seed out. I'm trying to get the soil semi-even and then pressing down. So I am not an expert on microgreens. This is something I've done much more recently, but veggie growing I know really well. But I've gotten this dialed in. I feel like I've got this really down now on a small scale level. Oh, cool. Yeah, I love doing making all my amendments on site. I'm a huge fan of. Do you guys know who Richard Perkins is? He's amazing. I love how he's incorporating animal systems with the market garden, with all these, combining it all together in a real synergy. So now that I've done that, I need to wet it. And Richard Perkins' new book is coming out. It's going to be incredible. All about pastured poultry, pigs, market garden, microgreens, everything. Yeah, the compacting is key. If you don't do that, it's going to be a disaster. You have to do it. Okay. Okay, and then I just get it thoroughly wet so that I'm going to be stacking these at the end, and then they'll have enough moisture through that whole germination time. So now, let me go grab my seed, because I didn't grab the microgreen seed. Be right back. Okay. Cool. So I got my microgreen seeds. This is all from trueleafmarket.com. I've got an affiliate link down in my description. If you buy through the link, it's a way to help support me and my channel and all the content I make. I'd really appreciate it. I will recommend other seed companies too. For microgreens, what a lot of the professionals like, what they like is, it's called Mums Seeds, I believe it's called. So check them out as well. I'm not affiliate through them, but I care a lot more about giving you guys the best information than money. So, but I've been really happy with True Leaf Market. They have pretty fast shipping. They're super good at communicating, and I really have no complaints about them, and their prices are good. Okay, so for broccoli, I'm doing a full tray. Now on my dry seed, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, True Leaf is awesome. They have like a little rewards program for giving, you spend so much money and you get stuff. So, okay guys, my dry seed, I don't weigh it out. A lot of people will weigh it out. I haven't gotten to that point where I feel like I need to. I just do it by eye. For the soaked seed, I definitely weigh it though, and I kind of track those numbers and try to dial it in better. I think for efficiency's sake, if you're doing, especially doing this larger scale, you would probably would want to weigh it. I don't know though. I don't think Curtis does it, so I'm just gonna eyeball. So this broccoli here, this is Waltham 29. Let me get this closer so you guys can see better. So you see all the seed on there? So, and then I just spread it by hand. I just move it back and forth. But if you guys want to learn how to do this large scale, learn from a professional, not from me. I can teach you guys how to do this successfully, but not with the efficiency that you'll want to have for a large scale operation. So that's pretty good. Just filling all the cracks. Cool. About something like this will give me the results that I showed you. So that's broccoli right there. Okay, now we're gonna do a half tray. So, so I had a bunch of extra Red Russian seed, so it was perfect. Like I'm not gonna make enough transplants to use all this up, so I was like, ooh, but this half the area. Always be sure to close your seed pack after you used it, just in case. I've knocked over so many seed packs and then the seeds go flying everywhere. All right. Okay. That's good. We'll do radish. For my radish, I'm doing China Rose. And the China Rose has great flavor, has like more of a pink stem. I like the Songo radish and the Rambo radish. They're beautiful. They have purple leaves and purple stems as well. But they're like 2 or 3 times the cost of this radish seed. So that's why I switched over to this. And other great options for colored stems. There's some amaranth varieties that are really cool that have beautiful stem color. You know, I'm just trying to get a variety of... I'm trying to hook my customers up with a variety of nutrients and have it be beautiful like at the same time. Comes radish seed. Oop. And I seed my microgreens pretty heavy because I'm trying to get the maximum yield per tray. And I'm trying to have these seeds not sit totally on top of each other. I only want them. There. Pretty good. What time is it? I need to keep an eye on the time. Okay. Oh, it's only 9:19. Sweet. Mold issues. Yeah, occasionally that has happened to me, but if you're careful with your watering, then I haven't really had that problem. Bottom watering is a way to avoid that. The radish seed I use, yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, Rambo's amazing, but it's freaking expensive, man. Or girl, whatever your name. I use China Rose, and I'm getting that from True Leaf Market. I've got an affiliate link down in the description if you guys don't mind using my link. Okay, so the last step here, some people, I don't, because it's not necessary. I just water it in at this point. I want to be careful, don't shoot too hard of a stream. That's better. Just a little bit of water. Okay, one more step. This is another crazy important step. The stacking of this. So stacking, what that's going to do is increase the seed to soil contact, which is going to help germination. It's also going to cut the light, which is what we want. And it's pretty amazing because the seeds all together as a unit, they're so strong that they push these trays up, even with bricks on them. That's pretty cool to see. So what I like to do when I'm stacking, I think this makes a difference, I guess, is I put my strongest and biggest seeds on the lower trays, and then my lighter seeds that have smaller stems and stuff, I put those higher up in the stack. So my radish, they're going to be a little bit thicker. So I'll put this as my bottom. And, you know, I'm just doing 2 trays, so it's not many. You can stack like 5 or 6. Check out the professional micro people. I forgot, they do like 5 maybe. I can't remember what their max is. And then I'm using a solid tray on top. That's really important so that they don't start growing through. So let me grab, now we need bricks. And I don't like to carry the trays with the bricks because you can possibly break them. Actually, I'm going to throw them over here, actually. So check that out. So there you go, it's stacked, and that's it. Now it's gonna sit here for like 3, maybe 4 days. It depends. I just on the how much. Once it pushes up, basically ready, and you can move them out into the sun. I also like to do this. I'll just cover them. Just so it helps these outer seeds not receive any light, so they can stretch bigger. Okay, there we go. One other thing I'll tell you guys. For once you've moved them out into the light, if you want them to get to stretch higher, you can cover them with like another, what I'll do is use as a 1020. They're a little too big to do this now because I already stretched them, but you can cover these up for like 1 more day, and then because they don't have light, it'll force them to stretch up even higher, and you can get, you know, you can increase the weight basically that you're harvesting. But on scale, I don't see them doing that. Okay, so now let's go check out soaking microgreens, and I'll show you how I weigh them and then you soak them. This is for all the larger seed stuff like sunflower and pea. I'm gonna go on to YouTube because I'm just curious if I can even see the comments, or if that's gonna, hopefully that doesn't kill the stream. I'm just seeing myself. Nah, I guess I can't. Well, I'll figure the YouTube chat out for the next time. That's cool, it didn't kill the stream. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, sorry guys, I'm geeking out on this technology stuff. Oh, let me show you guys this. This is kind of cool. So later today, as long as it's not raining, we'll be pulling out all this chard. I'll do it together with you guys, and I'll be interplanting and replacing with summer squash. Kind of how I did here. I just wanted to show you guys my compost pile. I'm just really stoked on it. Hopefully you guys can see, but that is above 160. That's like 164. So that thing is cooking. And I got to do that. That's just with chicken manure and crop residue from leftover crops and stuff. If you guys saw my other live stream where I planted tomatoes and stuff with you guys, I'll just show you. The summer crops are coming in awesome. I got some beans. I'll be able to harvest some this Friday. I've got tomatoes set on a lot of these tomatoes now, or yeah, so soon here. Looks like I can do my first squash harvest this week as well. And then here's the bed. This is the bed that we planted together. Oh wow, is that germinating? Crazy. Remember I put arugula down the center? There it is, germinating. So, pretty cool. If you guys have never seen this before, this is a lower and lean trellis. I've got videos on my YouTube channel all about how to build it. All right, let's go back to the microgreens. And if you're on YouTube, I can't see your comments because I'm streaming on Twitch right now as well, and I'm using this special app to do it, and just haven't figured out how to see the YouTube comments as well. So if you want to comment or say anything, you got to do it on Twitch. And you can follow me on Twitch. I've got a link down in my video description. If you could follow me, that'd really help me out trying to get to some more followers there. Okay. Oh, bro, thank you. Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate it. Okay, so I got my beet, my pea. I've got my scale. Let me get this set up for us a little better. Okay. Oh, I need 3 buckets as well. So I just rinsed these buckets out to get them pretty clean. Oh, thanks, Tater. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for helping me out. I like your name. Tater! Okay, so... so before we start here, when you're soaking microgreens seeds... What's up, John? I don't do this, but I know that most do. I'm pretty darn sure they use hydrogen peroxide, but they'll put some of that in or maybe they use Sanidate, but they'll put that in with the microgreen seeds while they're soaking to prevent future mold issues. I'm not doing that. I don't want to kill biology, and I haven't had any issues with mold really. So, but I just wanted to let you guys know about this. This is food grade hydrogen peroxide. And I use this stuff to clean all my post-harvest stuff. Anytime I'm cleansing something, I like to use this stuff. I think I got this on Amazon actually. It's 12%, and it's a trip. This is actually, don't do this. Look it up online. But you can actually, if you dilute this heavily, you can drink this for your own health. But look into that. Oh, thanks for posting them, man. Omo Shioni. Good morning. Okay, here we go. So, what I want to do, I've got my little scale here. It'd be nice if I had a better one, but I don't. And I'm putting it on grams. Okay. So I put it on grams. I just hit the tare button, which if you don't know, that just removes the weight of this bucket. So whatever I put into this bucket is just the weight of that object, so the seeds. So we're gonna do beet seed, and oh man, I keep all my notes about how many grams I do on my phone. So let me go into my Google Drive and just refresh myself. I don't think that this stops the stream. Hopefully you guys can still see me, but just give me 1 second. It's awesome having a cell phone. You can just keep notes. This is on a 1020 1-inch microgreen flat. This is what I'm personally doing. So 320 grams of peas. I should write this down so I don't forget. 320. So sunflower, I'll do a little bit less this week. I thought it was a little too heavy last week. We'll do 470. Did I lower that? Yeah, 70. Grams. Okay. Now it may vary depending on the variety of seed you're using. Okay. Here we go. So let's do beet first. So beet, I need 140. What are these? So I had a bunch of extra beet seed. Hey, Beach family, thanks so much. For my beet seeds, I'm using tall bunching for the microgreens for that. I bought way too many of these for direct seeding. You know, I do some beet greens as a baby green for my salad mixes, and I just have a ton. So I'm trying to use some of them up as a microgreen. I get all my seeds right now. I'm getting them, even my microgreens, I get them from True Leaf Market. I've got an affiliate link down below. If you guys would like to order through them, it'd really help me out and help the channel out. So we're going to do 140. Okay, that's it. So 140, I'm going to set that to the side. We'll soak them all at the very end. And as much as you can, you want to bulk task things that you're doing. So what that means is I'm going to do each individual step first, and then, so you know, I'm going to weigh my seeds all at the same time. I'm going to soak them all at the same time. I wouldn't want to go outside, soak it, come back, weigh the next seed, go out, soak it, come back. That would be really inefficient, right? So yeah, bulk tasking is huge. You know, you want to do that with your email too. You don't want to check your email 10 times a day and answer email. You want to just do it once a day or twice a day max. Okay, for peas, I'm using, these are green organic peas. For my microgreens, you know, I'm trying to choose the cheaper seed that's used for microgreens, but I'm also, you know, I want it to taste good as well. So I'm trying to choose the varieties that I think taste the best, but are cost efficient for me. So pea, I'm gonna do 320 grams. Oops. Oh, nice. I thought I went over. There it is. Done. Oh, I did go. Wait, did I go over? I need a better scale for this. This is not. Yeah, I did go over. Okay, there we go. And then last but not least is sunflower. And I started buying my seeds, and you can put something like a small 2x4 on the scale and then put the bucket. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, man. I should be doing that. Let me do that, actually. That's very smart. Thank you. Well, here, I'll try that idea right now for the sunflower. Yeah, this scale I just need to get a better, bigger scale. Ultimately. There you go. That worked really good. Thank you. Now it's really balanced. Okay, so I want 470 grams right now. Overboard again. This there. So obviously, I need a better system for doing microgreens, right? This is not efficient enough for a business, right? Let's take a tiny bit more. But like I said, I'm still pretty new to microgreens, so I gotta still try to dial things in. Okay, so now we can go soak, and that's the easiest part. So for that, I'm just, filling it up here. And it's kind of cool. It's pretty amazing. 330 grams. It's pretty amazing how much the seeds soak up the water. So by soaking the seed, you're helping the germination. That's why we're doing this. You can dry seed these, but the germination rate just isn't as good. I'll try to show you how much I'm filling these up. Stupid battery. Yeah. So, I'm going about an inch above the seeds, 1.5 inches, something like that. And that's plenty. That's it. And then I just put those in my greenhouse and I put them out of direct sunlight. So once they start to germinate, you hand plant them. Yes. So like I showed you guys with the dry seed, I do the same exact steps, once they're soaked. So tonight I'm gonna plant those. You can let them soak like 12 or more hours, but I screwed up. I should have planted those last night. So that's why I'm a little behind. I don't know. I completely forgot that Monday was my microgreen day. All right, so we're gonna seed one more thing right now for the stream, and then that'll be it for today. As far as I'm gonna come back at 4 p.m. I'm gonna stream one more time. Winstrip plug trays or cell trays. Just give me a second. Okay, so these are the Winstrip plug trays, and this is sold by NeverSinkFarmTools.com. And Connor Crickmore. If you guys don't know who NeverSink Farm is, you gotta check them out. They're pretty amazing. But what the idea of this is that it's a plug tray that gives kind of a soil block effect of the air pruning. And I have a video on my YouTube channel all about the differences between different plug trays and soil blocks. And I did a test comparison between them as well that you can check out. But you see how it has a little slit there? That's so when the roots try to spiral, they hit air and air prune themselves, which gives a better, healthier root structure. So I'm going to be doing 1, 2, I guess just 3 trays today. I'm going to do basil, charred kale to get a little bit more of that production going, and then I'm going to seed some more peppers as well. Let's see. Maybe I'll even do 4 trays just for the heck of it. So I'm doing this on top of my seedling table, so that any dirt that falls through just falls into my totes down here. There. And actually, you know what? I just thought about this. The one thing is kind of annoying about the Winstrips is they have these holes right here, so the soil falls through, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm actually gonna do these on my solid table because I don't have much soil mix left, and I don't want to be picking it up constantly. Okay. So I've been using my Winstrips now. You might have answered this before. This is a homemade soil mix. Yeah, this is. I've got a YouTube channel if you want to learn how to make it. Yeah, you should watch the video to see how I make this. But basically it's compost, peat moss, or you can use coco coir, and then it's vermiculite. You could also use perlite. Yeah, no problem. Okay. So watch this. Watch how much soil if I do this. A ton of the soil falls through. I'd say that's my one annoyance with the Winstrip trays. What about these trays compared to the conventional cedar tray? So the normal plug tray, I'll show you somewhere. I gave away all these because I like the Winstrips better, but these are completely sealed inside except the bottom. And basically, what you have happening is the plug trays will get root bound, and it's just, you know, a little bit more transplant shock, not as healthy a root structure. But having said that, you know, the big farms start their stuff in this. You can grow very healthy seedlings, as you can see is in my comparison video. Yeah, that's a great idea, CP. Putting them in a pan like that. I just do it on the table. But that's a great idea because then you can just lift it and then toss it back in. So the Winstrips are made out of really good plastic too. These will last you 10 years or more, I would assume. But it looks like I'm going to be able to do all my 4 trays with the rest of that mix, so I'm happy. I don't have to make more. Okay. And then you might notice that I'm not compacting this down. Question: do the Winstrip trays buy you more time? Yes, I believe that, Evan. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons. Like, you know, if you're timing your normal cell trays out, and you can plant them before they start getting root bound, and that's a great point. That's something I like about soil blocks. Soil blocks are what I've used for years, and that's what I still use for a lot of transplants. But yeah, that's one of the benefits, I think, is you can buy yourself an extra week or even 2, and they'll stay much healthier. Whereas the plug trays, if you leave them too long, you really start to notice it. So one other thing you're noticing me not doing, I'm not compacting these down at all. And this is a trick that I learned from Dawson of Dawson Melhako. He's a 14-year-old farmer. Maybe he's 15 now, and he learned that from Ray Tyler of Rose Creek Farms. They don't compact. They use plug trays, regular plug trays. They don't compact them down, so that later on, it's much easier to pop these out. You don't have to spend all your time popping them. If you can just actually just pull them straight out of the plug tray. I've got a cool tour video with Dawson if you want to go see his farm out in Texas. But he's a real inspiring young man. I don't know what I was doing at 15, but I definitely wasn't farming and running my own business. I was probably playing video games and skateboarding. I made the mistake of compacting. Yeah, it doesn't, I don't know, everybody teaches that you should compact the plug trays, but you don't need to. It's not necessary. It does not help. It just really hurts the situation. There's some things that, Yeah, something that I think that was really wise that Dawson told me was like, you should just keep asking why. Why are you doing this? Why? And then you can really narrow down to the real reason that you're doing something, or even something maybe you believe too. Just keep asking why. Okay, there we go. We're in. So, let me just clean this up and then we'll water and then it's time to seed it. So now you guys can see me how I'm doing this more the old-fashioned way without a dibbler. And it takes a lot longer. It's not as fun. Use some of this. Finish this. Couple of the cells are getting a little low because after dropping it on the table here, it did compact a little. Just want to add a little bit more soil in. Usually the sides and corners will be a little lower. Sweet. Okay. So let's move this over here. Okay, really important, you gotta get it wet. CP, you see the dibbler, Connor Kirkmore? Yeah, I did see that. That was really smart. I haven't made one though. Let me get it wet here. Just trying to get these very wet. Want to get them fully soaked all the way through the plug or the cell. All right, last one, and then we're ready to dibble. So this is the fast way that I do it. I just there's 6 cells all the way across, so I just spread my fingers out as evenly as I can and then just push down. All the seeds that I'm doing are small seeds, so I'm trying to push in about a 1/2 inch. When I do, I will make 2, one for you and one for myself. What? No way. That would be incredible if you did that. I'll pay for the shipping. Okay, so, or I'll pay you for it, man. I'll PayPal you some money if you do that for me. That'd be so cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna push in a little bit. Done. So, you know, not as fast as a dibbler, but that's how it turned out. So, good enough to work. So, here we go. So, seeding, no drop seeder for this. What's up, Jeremy? Seeding by hand, of course. As many of you do as well, I'm sure. Okay. You know, I think even I saw Connor was just doing it by hand too. Because there is no drop seeder, I don't believe, for this. And I kind of screwed up. I got these all wet as I was making stuff. As I was making the paper pots. Whoops. Carefully open these. These are YOLO. They're called YOLO Wonder. And I don't think they mean you only live once. These are all wet and screwed up. All right. So I'm just going to do one seed per. So I only grow, yeah, they're pre-soaked now. Not intentionally. But I never pre-soak my seeds. It's just an extra step I don't want to deal with. But it is something that can help increase germination. In Korean natural farming, they do special seed soaks that have biology and nutrients in there. I haven't tried any of that out yet, though. So, I only grow... I only grow bell peppers because I just find that that's the only thing that sells really well in my market. I've grown and sold hot peppers. I love hot peppers, but you just can't sell them for very much money. Peppers, you can sell them for a minimum of $1 for a small one, up to $2, $2.50 for a large one, maybe even $3 for a large one, because especially if you can explain to people, look, like, you know, peppers are one of the most pesticide sprayed plants out there, and you know, I'm doing this all beyond organic. These are much more nutrient dense veggies, totally chemical free. You know, I'm sure that some people would be willing to pay $3 for a very large bell pepper. So they sell well. So that's why I only grow these. And I'm growing these all in grow bags. Yeah, dude, I'm so stoked on Richard Perkins' new book. Oh my gosh. I think it's going to be the best farming book ever written, honestly. Having seen some of the previews on his channel and seen, just hearing him talk about it. Like, Richard Perkins is my favorite farmer, period. Like, there's no person who's doing it better right now, in my opinion. Like, Connor Crickmore is amazing if you're just doing market gardening and flowers, but if you're really into regenerative farming and integrating animals into the whole system, then Richard is the man. He's got a YouTube channel as well that I highly recommend. All right, that's all that. I'm also going to do some golden California Wonders. Heirloom. Pre-soaked by accident. If you're wondering where I get my seeds, nowadays I get all of them from True Leaf Market. They just have great prices, and I've had great experiences with their quality. I've got an affiliate link down in the description if you'd like to help out my channel and me and all the content that I make. And if you want some other seed companies I think are great, then I also really like Johnny's. I like High Mowing Organic. GrowOrganic.com is fantastic. For microgreen seeds, there's Mums Seed. I forgot what they call it. Mums Seeds, something like that, is fantastic. So those are the best seed companies I know of. If you're in San Diego, I'd recommend the San Diego Seed Company. It's my friend Bridget, who has her own Urban Farm seed company here. And if you do have a local seed provider, buying local seed is really awesome because you're getting seed that's been acclimatized to your local area. So they're gonna just grow better. They're gonna have less tendency to like bolt on you, or they could resist frost damage more, things like that. And that's some of the benefits of localized seed. And we want to have more seed producers. We want to have more genetic diversity of seed. So it's great to support local seed producers. Okay, that's all of my peppers I'm gonna get. So I need to go I didn't grab my basil. Let me grab some basil. So my personal favorite basil is called Genovese, or I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a Genovese is how it's spelled, but it's an Italian word. And it's an heirloom basil. This is from High Mowing Organic, actually. If your basil's growing slow, we're still not into the peak of summer. I don't know how hot it is in your area, but we're barely, we're hitting like 80 at a max right now. My stuff's growing fairly slow. We're not at the solstice yet either of full light. So that's another reason why it could be a little slow for you. Make sure you're not over watering them. So if you want to know how I seed by hand, I keep, one hand with a bulk amount of seed. I put the rest in 3 fingers, and then I'm twisting my finger. I'm barely moving my fingers back and forth. You might be able to see the seeds slowly dropping out. And that's how I'm able to release them and not dump a ton of seed, and do it quickly as well. Where'd I leave off? I don't like using I haven't found any little seeder tools that have helped me. They just slow me down. Other than like a drop seeder or a vacuum seeder, those tools can really speed things up. But that's if you're doing like, I don't know, 20 trays a week minimum. Otherwise, it's not a big time sink to do this. And I don't do that many transplants. Like 80% of my crops I direct seed. So, because I'm doing salad mixes and whatnot. Let's just do a ton of basil. Doesn't hurt. So basil, I'm able to sell it for like $1 an ounce typically. So it's a very good crop. This is at market, direct to the consumer though. To a restaurant, you're not going to get that price. Okay, now I'm just going to do one more of a chard and kale for kind of a last harvest. A lot of my stuff's bolting right now, but I'm going to plant some more chard and kale in my grow bags in a protected area and see if I can't grow them a bit longer, because I have so many customers that love it. So we'll just go for it here. So we'll do half chard and half kale in this last tray, cover, and then water in. If you're tuning in from YouTube and you're on Twitch, which is a live streaming platform, if you could follow me on Twitch, that would be awesome. I'm trying to get my followers up over there, and I'm trying to do more live streaming. So if you'd like to see more live streaming, follow me over at Twitch. And sorry I can't respond to the YouTube comments, but hopefully I can get that working soon. Six. For the kale, I'm doing Vate's kale. It's a curly kale. The other name for it is blue Scottish curl. For chard, of course, I'm just doing rainbow Swiss chard. Okay, just gotta cover this. Well. Okay, I guess I'll show you this. So for covering your seeds, you can use vermiculite or perlite. I like to mix it half with peat moss just because vermiculite's really expensive and I'm just trying to save money. But the best thing to do is just cover with vermiculite. And that's going to prevent dampening off and algae issues. Where's my bucket? I'm just breaking up any chunks of the perlite, or the peat moss. I want it to be very fine. I could strain this, but I'm not going to take the time. Okay, that's pretty mixed. My input costs? What do you mean by input? My whole farm? Or what? How did I start the farm? No, this isn't late season. Late season for SoCal is like August, September. We can grow year round here, so it's 12 months. Well, seeds are definitely the most expensive. Maybe I'm spending. I'd have to look at because I'm doing like 5,000 square feet. It depends what you're growing. Like you directly seed and soil for my seeding. It's hard to compare to other people, honestly. All right, we're pretty good. So the final step, of course, is to water in. Yeah, I'm on 4G on my phone, so you're definitely gonna get lagged. Cool. So I'm going to put these trays away, and then for my peppers, I am going to put them on a heat mat, and that's going to really help increase the germination. Peppers are pretty tricky to sprout sometimes. Sometimes they take a long time, or they just don't germinate perfectly. So I'll do a heat mat for that. I'm going to end the stream soon, but nah, I don't think I'm gonna do that actually. I gotta get going. I'm running out of time actually. I gotta go. But hey guys, it was wonderful streaming with you guys. I'm gonna be back at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today, and I'll show you guys how I'm ripping out my bolted chard. We're gonna be replanting some squash, throwing in fertilizer. Like that. Plant a field bed. So if you guys would like to see that, I'll be streaming again at 4 p.m. Chilies are difficult, huh? Interesting. So, yeah. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate the support. Check out my video description. I've got different things in there to help you guys and with your farms or gardens. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Oh, and tomorrow I'm going to have my next actual Nature's Always Right video is going to come out. It's going to be all about mason bees, which are native bees to North America. So I'll be setting that all up and showing you guys that new experiment I'm doing. All right.